Perhaps the greatest ecological disaster in the history of this nation has occurred in the last few months in the Gulf of Mexico. The spill known as the BP oil spills, the Horizon oil rig exploded, killing 11. We're going to take a look today at this whole sad situation occurring right now in the Gulf, with literally tens of thousands of barrels of oil spewing into the Gulf. Is this maybe a sign from God? Stay tuned for today's edition of Live Prayer.
What problems are you dealing with in your life right now?
Do you feel like giving up? Times are hard and you're not strong. Well, I know the answer for you, and it will lead to real truth. Don't look back to yesterday.
Now there are answers.
Tomorrow's on
Welcome to Live Prayer.
It's waiting there for you.
Here's your host, Bill Kelly.
You can make it through. There is a hope for you.
And welcome to Live Prayer. I'm Bill Keller. It's good to have you with me on this Monday morning. Welcome to the program. Pray you had a great weekend. And I pray that this is one of the best weeks of your life ever. It's good to have you with me this morning. As today we are going to start the week off right out of the box with the whole oil spill crisis and talk about whether this is maybe a sign from God Himself. And if it is, what could God be saying through this ecological disaster that we've been experiencing the last several months? That's today's topic. I'm glad you're with me. And before we do anything, let me just start right out today by sharing with you what we've got coming up the rest of this week. We've got a week of great programming as we do every week. Tomorrow, an encore presentation of our nationally syndicated infomercial, Our Nation's Only Hope. If you've seen it, you need to see it again to get this into your spirit. If you haven't, you must watch it. Regardless, you need to get everybody you know on the phone today and tell them tomorrow morning, MyTV8, 7 o'clock, they need to watch this important message, Our Nation's Only Hope. On Wednesday, a great program on how there is no politician or political commentator that's going to lead this nation back to God. Sadly, I've been watching, especially as of late, as so many people are putting their hope, their faith in politicians, or even more ludicrous, political pundits, commentators. We're going to deal with this whole issue on Wednesday, and I'm going to share with you why no politician, no political commentator is going to do what needs to be done, lead this nation back to God. On Thursday, a special program as we prepare for the July 4th weekend, A Nation in Spiritual Freefall. And then on Friday, we close the week out with a special program dedicated to our nation's military. So that's what's coming up here on Live Prayer. Of course, we're here every Monday through Friday morning right here on MyTV8 in the Naples-Fort Myers market, 7 to 7:30 a.m. Please tell everyone you know about the program, because trust me, those who've watched the program, you know by now, this is unlike any program you're going to see on television. We deal with the issues of the day, all the things that we face as human beings from a biblical worldview, from how God views things. And that's why this program for nearly 8 years now has been so popular. But not just that. It has literally impacted and changed hundreds of thousands of lives over these years. Once again, I'm Bill Keller, founder of LivePrayer.com, the world's largest interactive Christian website. We reach a little over 2.4 million people every day via the internet. I would encourage you to visit us, if you haven't already, at our website, www.liveprayer.com. The website address is on your screen. Jot it down. Share it with everyone you know. When you get to the website, do me a favor, go to the left menu bar, click on the devotional sign-up link. Put your email address in the little box, and that will automatically add you to our distribution list for the free daily devotional I've written every morning for nearly 11 years now. It goes to a little over 2.4 million folks around the world every single morning. It'll be in your inbox every day. Also on that left menu bar is the Show Archives link. When you click on that, we have the most recent 5 programs available for you on demand. So if you ever miss a program, want to go back and rewatch a program, you can do that there. In addition, we have our media link, lots of other content, unique content like audios of my appearances with Howard Stern, Bubba the Love Sponge, special videos we've created on why President Obama is an enemy of God. Incredibly unique content. Much of it changes daily, unlike anything on the internet. All of it for free, all designed to minister to you and bless you, especially in those difficult times of life we all face. Check it out, LivePrayer.com. I guarantee it will be a blessing to you as it has to millions over the years. I'm real excited about today's program because we've heard now for over 2 months the endless ad nauseum commentary on the network news programs about this oil spill. I'm going to talk about this from a perspective this morning you haven't heard yet. That's God's perspective. God obviously allowed this to happen. What could God be saying through this tragedy? What may God be trying to say to get our attention this day through this horrific event that we've been watching unfold now for over 60 days in the Gulf of Mexico? We're going to get into today's topic as soon as we come back from our first break. Watch this important commercial announcement, and I'll be right back to talk to you about the oil spill and what God may be saying through this tragedy. Stay tuned. I'm Bill Keller, founder of LivePrayer.com and the host of the LivePrayer TV program. Today our nation is in spiritual freefall. We legally slaughter over 4,000 innocent babies. We made a mockery of God's holy institution of marriage. We bow down and worship every false god and idol man has created in his rebellious mind. Our government sides with the enemies of Israel. My friend, this nation is doomed to experience God's judgment and wrath for our sins and wickedness unless we turn back to our Creator and His truth right away. It's our only hope. For the past 11 years, I've helped to pioneer evangelism on the internet through the LivePrayer.com website with unique content not found anywhere else in the world. The daily devotional I've written every day for the last 11 years that's impacted tens of millions of lives worldwide and led over 400,000 souls we know of to faith in Jesus Christ. Through our ministry team that sent personal responses to over 70 million emails for prayer, our award-winning TV programs seen in cities around the country the last 7 years, our YouTube videos with millions of views, as well as my appearances on Fox, CNN, and other programs. I'm committed to bringing together Christians of all denominations and backgrounds together as one to lead this nation back to God and biblical truth. Today, I need your help. We're syndicating this live prayer TV program in cities all over the country, which will be used to rally Christians in one unified voice. Will you stand with me? Everyone can pray. Everyone can sacrifice something to help me lead this nation back to God. Simply pray. Ask God what He's asking you to give to help me today. For some, it may be a gift of $5 or $10. Others, it may be $20 or $50. Still others, $100, $200, $500, $1,000 or more. God will show you the amount, and He will bless you for your obedience. You can give a gift through your major credit card or PayPal on the LivePrayer.com website under the donation link, or you can mail a gift to Live Prayer, 6660 46th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33709. My friend, thank you for standing with me. Thank you for helping me call this nation to repentance, to turn back to God and His truth. Our time is short. We must act now. Will you help me today? God bless you. And welcome back to Live Prayer. Listen, before we get into today's topic, let me just thank you for those of you who've been so kind to send me emails of encouragement, letting me know that you're praying for me in this ministry. It means so much to me. I want to encourage you. You keep me here each day. You allow me to do this each day. Nobody pays me to do this. I come each day because this is what God has called me to do, but I can't do it alone. Unfortunately, Comcast makes me pay for this half hour every morning. I've got production people need to feed their families, so there are costs involved. But I want you to understand something. I don't build buildings. I don't have huge entourages and staffs. I don't fly around in private jets. I don't have a $15 million mansion on the beach. the money that you give to this ministry goes to reaching souls for Christ. Your sacrifice helps me to lead people to Jesus Christ. Happens every day here on this program, and we're in the process of syndicating it around the country. So I want you to know that your sacrifice is making a difference. If you want to help me, we have a unique way, because I know many are strapped for cash these days, but you have some old gold or jewelry laying around, send it in to us on our Gold for Souls program. You're not going to get a check back for pennies on the dollar like the scam secular companies do. You will, however, get a taxed donation for the full fair market value of what you send us. And we in turn take those items and we use that material to turn it into cash and turn it into souls for Jesus. What a great use of some of that old jewelry you got laying around doing nothing right now. Those pieces could be put to work for the kingdom. If you want to give in a more traditional way, you can go to our website, liveprayer.com, click on the donation link. We have a secure server there where you can give on your major credit card or via PayPal. If you just want to drop a check in the mail, that's fine as well. Send it to our corporate headquarters in St. Petersburg. That address is on the screen right now. Please jot it down. You know, over the last 2 months, I've heard, as I know you have, endless hours of banter back and forth about the spill in the Gulf, this horrific tragedy that took 11 lives, this horrific tragedy that has literally put hundreds of thousands, near millions of barrels now of oil into the pristine Gulf, threatens to do tremendous damage to the Louisiana coastline, the Mississippi Gulf coastline, the Florida coastline. Tens of thousands of people who depend upon the Gulf for their economic stability are at risk. And I personally look at this as not only a tremendous tragedy, but an issue that probably is going to take decades to resolve itself, if it ever resolves itself. It's of that magnitude. You know, we read in the book of Revelation, because I want to talk about this Gulf spill, this tragedy, from a perspective I know you have not heard yet. And that's what God might be saying in this. Because let me tell you something. There's nothing that happens in your life, in my life, in the world around us that God doesn't allow to happen. Now, that includes the good things and the bad. Some people may say, well, why would God allow this horrific event where 11 lives are lost and the Gulf of Mexico has been polluted with these millions of barrels of oil and people's lives are being turned up? I can't answer that, other than the fact that we live in a fallen world. And in a fallen world full of sin and rebellion, you have horrible things that happen. Don't forget, in God's perspective, 1,000 years is but as a second, a blink of the eye. While we look at these 6,000 years of human history as a long period of time, it's really nothing when you put it against the backdrop of eternity. Eternity before eternity forever. So, while we look at things because we're locked into time and space, God is not bound by time and space. Every one of us is going to die at some point, whether it's on an oil